I've always had a really hard time sticking with one thing, whether it was procrastination, lack of focus, or just not feeling motivated. I constantly find myself struggling to stay consistent. I have a million and one hobbies gaming, music, and now making content, along with so many others. And while I love doing all of them, I always run into the same issue. And here's usually how it goes. I'll decide to learn a new skill, something that I'm really excited about. I'll dive in headfirst, spending hours every day watching tutorials, reading books, or even practicing. And for the next few weeks, I give it everything I have. I'm all in, fully committed, and I actually see myself improving. It feels amazing. But then, just like that, something shifts. I stop. I lose momentum and I start asking myself, what happened? Why can't I keep going? For years, I thought it was just a lack of motivation. After all, it's motivation that gets us started, right? It's the thing that pushes us to take the first step, to try something new, to keep going in the beginning. But here's the hard truth. I've come to realize motivation doesn't last forever. It's fleeting, and once it fades, that's when the real challenge begins. You see, learning something new is hard. It's uncomfortable. It pushes you out of your comfort zone, and your brain does not like that. It wants to keep you safe and, well, comfortable. So the moment things get tough, it starts working against you. You might feel frustrated or discouraged or even bored, and that's burnout creeping in. For most people, burnout feels like the end of the road. You've hit that wall and it's tempting to give up and move on to something else, something easier or more exciting. But here's the thing, burnout isn't the end of the road. Really, it's just the beginning. Think of it like this. The first few weeks of learning something new is just like getting ready for work. You wake up, get dressed, and maybe grab a coffee. It takes some effort, but it's manageable. The real work, the part that actually matters, doesn't start until you get to the office. Now let's imagine you're at the office stage, the point where burnout hits, and you're tempted to give up. Calling out or quitting might feel like an easy way out. But if you do, you're giving up the one thing that helps you move forward: results. And in this case, the results are your progress, your growth, and the skills you are working so hard to build. The key to pushing through burnout is understanding that discomfort is part of the process. It's not a sign that you're doing something wrong, it's a sign that you're growing. Your brain doesn't like that discomfort, but if you keep going, it has no choice but to adapt. It starts to compromise, and it starts to make the process easier. Getting through burnout is tough, but it's also the key to unlocking your full potential. This is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. And once you cross that bridge, you'll have a moment where everything clicks, like I talked in my last video. Suddenly, what felt impossible becomes manageable, even enjoyable. And guess what? That's when the motivation comes back. It's like a reward for sticking it out. But here's the catch. You cannot rely on motivation alone. It's like air for fire. Sure, it helps, but it's not enough. You need fuel, and that fuel is your why. It's your passion, your goal, and your reason for starting in the first place. So, how do you get through burnout? Well, I lean into it. You accept that it's going to be uncomfortable, and you remind yourself that discomfort is temporary. Look toward the future, the version of you that has mastered this skill that you're working on. Imagine how much easier and more enjoyable it will be once you push past this phase. Growth doesn't all happen at once. It happens in small, consistent steps. Even if you only improve by 1% every day, that progress adds up over time. So keep going. Don't let burnout be the end of your story. My final words for this video are simple. Motivation comes after discomfort. The harder you push through the tougher moments, the stronger you become. Lean into the discomfort, trust the process, keep growing, keep learning, and most importantly, don't give up. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts or questions, drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content coming your way soon. Bye bye.